The body of Christ, you all need to wake up and smell the coffee, okay? History is the biggest witness against you. 21st century Christians. 21st century church, history is the biggest witness against you. The body of Christ, all throughout history, if you watch their testimonies, their stories, their biographies or autobiographies, if they saw it fit to have enough energy to write their own stories, if you go and peruse these stories of these people, you will come to understand just how shunned by essentially mainstream anything they always were. They were ostracized, rejected. They were left out on a limb when they had radical faith that was biblical. They were always left out of mainstream spaces. They started out largely accommodated, and then they were broken off. Martin Luther ended up being seen as the fame of the time in terms of church was the Catholic Church. He ended up being a pariah over there, and he was excommunicated. The same thing is also true of men like John Wesley, especially when him and his brother Charles, when they made a decision that they're going to accommodate lay men and lay preachers, lay regular James. John Wesley approved the preaching of women, which I'm not into, but nonetheless lay people to preach the gospel. He on that day was, of course, being that unorthodox, shunned by the organized church system. Anything that was the rave at the time, that was commonly accepted as the way to be as a decent human being, it always spat God's people out. It always spat God's people out. They were always a pariah. They always stuck out like a sore thumb. Even Amy Carmichael, her love of ostracized groups of people that everybody thought were dirty and don't touch them, she was always out there hanging out with them. Amy Carmichael. The body of Christ was always shunned by organized popular spaces. And my darlings, mainstream media is organized and popular. YouTube is that thing. Instagram is that thing. X is that thing. TikTok is that thing. Look at what's going on with me. Am I not out here having to go and try to give the gospel out there in the street to the layman and the laywoman because they just refuse to let me do that on social media? Look at how many videos I am out here producing every single week. And it is only now that I have a backup plan that I feel relieved from having to bend over backwards and trying to convince people, let me speak. This here is a platform given to America by God. If you don't let us free as Christians, you as a nation are not going to be okay. Now, only now that I have a backup plan.